10 Best Destination to Visit in Europe. 1. Venice, Italy. Venice is definitely one of the best places in Europe for a romantic getaway, with lovely canals, hundreds of bridges, and charming alleys, mixed with fascinating history, stunning architecture, and a unique lifestyle. Explore Street Marks Square, where the famous Doge's Palace is located, one of the most visited landmarks in Venice, and an impressive Gothic architecture masterpiece. 2. Paris, France. Speaking of romantic cities, Paris is a must on every couple's bucket list. But there's much more to do beyond an idyllic Seine River cruise or watching the Eiffel Tower lit up. From the prestigious Louvre to the acclaimed d'Orsay, Paris has more museums and monuments than one can count. The city itself is a work of art, and a free walking tour or a hop-on hop-off bus tour are the best ways to explore the Arc de Triomphe, the Notre Dame, the Sacré-Cœur, and all that Paris has to offer. 3. Lisbon, Portugal. Lisbon is one of the best places in Europe for those seeking good weather, good food, and exciting history, mixed with lively nightlife, especially at Bairro Alto. Get lost in the narrow streets and charming alleys of the district of Alfama, the oldest in the city. Stop by the Sé Cathedral and admire the views from the S. George Castle. For architecture lovers, the Bilam district is full of wonders, such as the Bilam Tower or Jeronimos Monastery, the most magnificent examples of the Manueline style, also known as the Portuguese Late Gothic. 4. Amsterdam, Netherlands. Among the most bicycle-friendly cities in Europe, the charming capital of the Netherlands, Amsterdam is famous for its canals, a fascinating architecture mixture, and great coffee shops. Immerse yourself in the city's rich culture with a visit to Anne Frank's house in the Jewish Quarter, and browse through the city's best museums, such as the Van Gogh Museum or the Rijksmuseum. Taking a day trip is always a good idea, especially in a beautiful country like the Netherlands. Visit the medieval town center of Utrecht, the modern metropolis of Rotterdam, or stop by Keukenhof during the spring for a magical glimpse of the tulips fields. 5. Monaco. The capital of the Roman Empire, Rome has thousands of years of history and culture. It is famous for its stunning architecture, with the main attractions being the Colosseum, the Trevi Fountain, and the Pantheon. Walking around the Eternal City is like visiting an open-air museum, and to check all of the best sights, take a city tour or a hop-on hop-off bus tour. But there's also plenty to see indoors, such as the Borghese Gallery, one of the most prestigious museums in the world. For those seeking unusual activities, check the Catacombs of Rome, the underground galleries used as a cemetery for centuries. 6. Moscow, Russia. With a mix of rich history and towering skyscrapers, Moscow is one of the most impressive cities to visit in Eastern Europe and has activities for all types of travelers. Find the main attractions at the Kremlin, such as the impressive Grand Kremlin Palace and Cathedral Square, and at the Red Square with the massive St. Basil's Cathedral. Don't overlook the best Moscow tours led by local guides, and marvel at the most beautiful metro stations in the world, or delight yourself with Russian cuisine, tasting authentic borscht, dumplings, and locally distilled vodka. 7. Vatican City. The smallest country in the world and located inside Rome, Vatican City is one of the best European destinations for Catholics or those seeking religious and cultural experiences. Tour the city's top-rated attractions, such as the Vatican Museums with one of the world's largest art collections, including the Sistine Chapel, to admire Michelangelo's beautiful frescoes, or the St. Peter's Basilica, to explore one of the holiest and most important pilgrimage sites. Wander around St. Peter's Square, a popular gathering point for tourists, and book a seat at the weekly papal audience held every Wednesday, because no trip to the Vatican is complete without seeing the Pope. 8. Dubrovnik, Croatia. Also known as the Pearl of the Adriatic, the sun-kissed Dubrovnik welcomes thousands of tourists every year and marvels at them with a unique seafront location and a pleasant old town. Stroll through Circe's Walk of Shame and the old city walls on a Game of Thrones tour that takes the fans across the many filming locations in Dubrovnik, one of the best European cities for TV shows fans. Visit the top of Mount Surid and soak in the views from the Dubrovnik cable car. Party at Banj Beach and enjoy many water activities such as kayaking and snorkeling adventures. 9. Canary Islands, Spain. The Canary Islands are a Spanish archipelago in the Atlantic Ocean along the African coast, with 8 unique islands to explore. A true gem for outdoor enthusiasts, with mild temperatures, sunny weather, and unspoiled natural attractions. With plenty of exciting experiences available, Tenerife is the most oversized island of the archipelago, home to Spain's highest peak, also one of the highest volcanoes in the world. Take a hike at Teide National Park, or take a stargazing tour, meet the animals at Loro Park, and swim with turtles. 10. London, United Kingdom. London is at the top of the bucket list for most travelers, and it's not hard to figure out why. One of the world's most acclaimed and cosmopolitan cities, with over 2 millennia of history, rich in arts, science, architecture, politics, and lively nightlife. It's easy to get overwhelmed with so many great things to do in London. To ensure the best sights, such as the Tower of London, Buckingham Palace, and the London Eye are visited, take a free walking tour or hop on a bus tour. To relax from the fast pace of the city, stop by the Kew Gardens, meet the animals at London Zoo, visit one of the city's many museums, or catch a musical show. I hope you enjoyed the video, so please hit that like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel for future updates. Thanks for watching.